Hello, welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. I've adjusted my mic settings, so hopefully, and the in-game volume settings, so hopefully this is a little bit better. I did notice on the last one, post-editing, that it was a bit quiet on the voice side and a bit noisy on the game side. So hopefully I've adjusted it right and it should be all good. So, it is night time. As you can still see, carrying straight on from where we left off. So, jobs in front of us aren't going to matter too much right now, because it is 11 o'clock at night, and I don't fancy doing a night run, and we're due for some rain at midnight, which is not ideal. Now, I've got a bit of fees to clear, but thankfully, because of our copay, because the copay, I didn't explain it properly last time, is cooperative pay for the naturally spawning vehicles that are on the map that belong to Derail Valley. We're just basically borrowing them. So they pay part, we pay part. As we get more licenses, our copay will go up. But for the moment, we only have to pay 100. I did also put the cursor back on so I can actually see where I'm aiming properly. So I'm happy, let's pay that. 100. Nice, easy, done. Right. So that being done, there are some nice looking jobs here. Oh, that's very, very tasty, that is. That's the one we've just brought in as well. I'll be dropping off in 3 different locations. B3S, B2S and D1S. So we have a look. We're in D at the moment, and we're going to have to take it to B1L to unload. So have a look at the main page. So we're in D, so we'll have to drag it around to B, unload it, pull forward, drop off 1 set, drop off 2 sets, then reverse back round, park it up. But that would give us another 17,000. That is tasty. I kind of think that might be worth doing, because that will give us a nice boost to our income. So, that being done, so we're going to go to B1L first. So we go to B. We're going to be coming in from this way. So we're going to want to keep left there. And we go into B1L. And we drop B3, B2, and come back via B1, which will then be empty again. The loading ones are always empty, unless you put something in them. But naturally, they're always empty. Then we can reverse all the way round, back to D. And that'll do quite nicely for that. So I think that'll be a good place for us to start. And 81 minutes to complete that. Jesus, that ain't going to take us that long. I think, quite honestly, we can hand this in now. Unload in B1L. Drop 2 in B3S. 1 in B2S. And 1 in B1S. So hopefully, when we get back over there, that's the unload bit there. We'll be back for that. Gonna find our train again. Each of these carts do have a number. So this is the back end of the train, and we're going to want to drop 449 and 001 in B3S. What's the better? They're the front two. 001, 449. That's going to be 174. 174 is the back one. Right. Happy days. Then 167 goes to D1S. So we're going to have to do that one, and then do the final 2 round in B. Right, okay. That would probably be wise, a bit more complicated. So let's get hooked up, or re-hooked up, I should say. Now for when we do get a second unit, we will utilise this blue cable for multiple units, because it is very handy. It means we can control 2 trains from the cap of 1. Right. Get the engine started so we can get the brake. Also, take the handbrake off. Right. So we are going to go right round to me. Not worry about that. That's going to keep right, so I'm just going to go literally straight round this way. Happy days. Nice and simple and straightforward. And it is started raining, but I shouldn't really matter for us. So brake pressure good. Change the lights. So forward facing. Train is not in range yet, so I've not quite gone far enough. Oh dear. Hold on. Break off. Forward. There we go, train in range for unload. So we unload. There we go, now we've just got empty cars. So, we want to get rid of 174 first, which is going into B2S. B1 here. That's a lot of cars in B2S. Thankfully, we're only dropping one in, so that's good. So, off the brake. Full momentum. Obviously, we have them installed because there are certain items that we get not control units, something because it makes, especially with jobs like this, so much easier. I'll take the whole train past change lights go back to the guide. See. So we need to go past the back of the train. That's there. We won't stand in the sequence back of the train. Hopefully, I've got this right. Or just about. So we're going to go into B2S. I'll change that off of high beam actually. No, that's worse. So we'll go for that. There we go. Amount of speed here. I'm naturally going to roll. Do not want to be going fast in this. As we damage things, it's going to get costly. We've still got a little bit of a way to go. Nearly there. Nearly there. We can just let it, because we're at such low speeds, we can let this just touch, then we can drop this one. We're going to have to go forward, reverse back all the way around to D, to come back, drop the last one off in B. There we go. Is that done? And brake. And disconnect. Right. So we can pull that forward again. Gone already. Right, that's the one we've dropped. That should be fine. 167. 167 needs to go to D1S. So set the points at D straight away. So we're coming in this way, we want to go D1S down here. Keep left, keep left, keep left to D1S. Happy days. So, don't need the cursor. Forward. Great. The train's going to be a bit short now, so it's a bit easy to see the back end. There's a minus 1.3 gradient there, so it's it will take us away. this one car off, which leaves us just the last two. Brake on here. Get this all dropped off again. So we brought the job up, we've shunted it around and actually unloaded it. the station's over here somewhere. I thought it was. In fact, I made a mistake. It's over here. Of course, we had to sprint across that side to get to the train, didn't we? Even I forget. So, job done, 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 done. That's got us 25,000. Can't complain of that. Thank you very much. So we're now at 55,000. Oh, tasty. Right, can't do logistical jobs, so chuck these all over here. There's a couple more shunting ones. We can't do that one because it's a long one and a fragile one. I can't do that one because it's a long one. Could do that one, but that's only 10,000. Could do that one, but it's only 4,000. So, yeah. So we're left with 3 jobs here. Take tooling down to coal mines south. Can't do that one because it's a long one. Can't do that one because it's a long one. Right, okay. So what I think we should do is pop to the shop. Which I'm sure... Here it is, this lovely blue building by the Volkswagen. A lot of the shops have very different items in them. So it's well worth visiting each of the shops. There are certain items which are generalised within all of them. Sticky tape, duct tape, solder, hammer, shovel, certain brackets, all spawn in every single shop. So it's those things you'll find everywhere. Could get a flashlight, but that's £7,000. Oof, really don't want to spend on that. Crimping tools and things like that you will need, along with drill, for adding things to your trains. A bit like the digital analog controller, light bars, alternating controllers. Well, we've got digital clock, that's quite cool. Clinometer, we want one of those. We'll do when we get the DH4. Infrared monitor, that's more for your steam powered engines. Shelf, cool. Brake cylinder LED bar, that's handy. Tell how much you're braking just by looking at it. Button controllers, sun visors, sand cans are for the museum. So the one thing I was looking for here was the wireless remote control for the engines. There isn't one in this shop. Oh well. And the other thing you can get in shops as well is keys for garages. So, we shall head down, we shall sleep, wake up in the morning, see what the new day's weather's going to be, and as well as sleeping, quite often the jobs will change. There's a good chance jobs will change. This usually happens at 6, so we're going to have a quick 2 hours sleep. Nighty night. And it sounds like that is rain. Oof, until 9. Unfortunately, the jobs haven't changed. So, whilst we're waiting for time to pass on, let's have a look at licenses. So fragile would be £10,000. There you can see it increases our insurance copay by £2,000. Ouchie. At the moment, we are not going to want to do that. That was just to give you a nice example. Dispatcher we've got. Concurrent orders 1 that allows you to take more than one job at a time. Concurrent orders 1 that allows you to take 2. So that is handy. So that will increase our copay by £4,000. and take 2% off of the time we have to do these jobs. So it's not a bad one. Train length 1, that could be quite handy. That'll increase our copay by 1,900 and decreases by 2%. 2%. And it also, as you can see there, removes a derail discount. So if we do derail, it's going to cost us. Obviously there are more down here. DH4 we're going to want, so that's £50,000. And as you see, things get expensive. Multiple unit, that's another one we're going to want, 30,000. 5,000 on the copay and another %. So yeah, these things add up, and usually quite quickly. That's 30,000. We've got 55. We don't want to spend too much. We want to balance what we are buying to make what we're doing more effective. But don't forget as well, we've got to look at what our locomotive can do. When we do multiple unit, effectively double all those numbers. Because if we're running 2 engines, it's also double the cost for running, because you've got to repair both engines. But we can then haul 600 tons, up a 2% gradient. That's a lot. That's effectively 1 DH4. So we do want to get onto DH4, but again, £50,000. The museum itself, £15,000. As you can see, that gives us a bonus of 5% to our time deadline. So as you can see, that's quite handy to tie in, say, with train length 1 and concurrent all as 1. Because that effectively nullifies the time bonus deadline. So you've got to keep these little things in mind. Logistics hall, 20,000. That gives us 5% plus to our time deadline as well. But it is 20,000. So I think the first one we need to get, 2 seconds, get this out of my hand, is all of them. Manual service is good because that effectively cuts in half our repair costs we don't have to use here. We can actually go to a bay and repair ourselves. And once we get that, I will show you how we do it. Hazmat 1, 40,000. Hazmat 2, Hazmat 3, as you can see, things start getting expensive here. D6 is the big heavy hauler. It's a diesel electric 6. Military. If you're going to do military, you may as well try and get all 3 in one go, because that's where money is. It's all or nothing at that point. If we have a look at military 1, I mean, it's well beyond, but that increases our copay by 300,000. Yipes. So when you start getting into the military and into the hazmat, that's where things really start getting expensive. So I think for now, our best one's probably train length 1, because we have train length 1 jobs. And from here, Harbour Town, if we had concurrent as well, we could probably take both those jobs. Especially on 1 engine, because remember, we can do up to 300 tons. So as both of those are below 150 tons, and the unit itself is only 38 tons, you've got to accept the unit as well. That is a long old train, and that is pushing it towards the top end, and especially as it is raining, that's only 250 tons we can do uphill. Now going from here, as I know the map a little bit, not extensively, we're downhill out of here, downhill to City West, we'd come round here, down here, along here. This is a bit of a climb, I do believe, and it is quite twisty. We'd come along here, all along here. This is a climb again, That's actually quite a good one, because that's straight. I think the speed limit there is about something like 120, so it's whew. But then you get into here and it starts becoming a downhill. You've really got to manage your speed going down into the harbour. This whole last bit here is all 40 kilometers an hour, and it is a 2.2% down gradient as well, so it's steep into harbour. You really got to manage your speed all the way from about here all the way down into harbour. But it's the climbing, especially as we are time wise 8 o'clock. We kind of want to get it to 9, so it's just murky. What we can do, if we're going to do these, let's have a look at licenses again. So train length 1 and concurrent orders 1, that would be 20,000 to take that. From this job we're going to get, say, about 25,000. So that's effectively going to pay for both those licenses. Now the question is, which one do we take closest to the engine? The trick for figuring that out is have a look at harbour. Do this so we can see both. So harbour, HB. As you can see, harbour's quite a big setup. So we've got one going into D4I and one going into C2I. Now the way I'd do these, because you really want to back into these, because these solid lines are dead ends and you're not going to get a train turned round here. What I'd want to do is I'd want to drop the one at C first. Reason for that being, we're going to come in from here, come round, come straight past all the way up to about here, and then reverse it into C. Then we're going to pull forward, come this way, and reverse into D. Oh, sorry. So we're going to want to pick up the one going into D first, and then hook up to the one going into C. I think that would be our best bet. And it is most logical as well for doing it. Having done a few of these, I can tell you this is the better way to do it. So what we can do is we can set up C or A, which is going to be C2I. And we can hear there in the background the rain has now stopped. So we're going to come in this way because we can see the dead end. So it's pretty obvious. So we're going to want to keep right, keep left, C2I. Job done. D gets a little more tricky. I usually get this signalling wrong every time. So we're going to want to keep right there because we're going into D4I. Thankfully, nice easy one. So it's keep right, keep left, and we're into D4I. Happy days. Now the main signalling for getting round. So we're going to keep left here, keep left here, keep left. That one doesn't matter yet. Keep left, keep left. So we got a nice long run into E, and we'll set up E just in case as well. So we're going keep right, keep left, and that takes us on the empty line that goes straight through E. Right, so we are at goods factory. We are at B, and both of these loads are in D. We are currently pointing. We're pointing that way. So the front of our engine's currently here. We kind of want it. The front of the engine currently here. So how do we achieve that? Because we've reversed back, come straight down there. We're going to have to reverse around the whole thing. So effectively the opposite of what we've done. Right, so now we have a plan. Oh. And this one's gone on quite long already. First thing we're going to have to do is clear our fees. Because you've got to clear your fees before you can buy licenses. So licenses, we're going to get train length 1. Confirm. Thank you very much. We shall take this round. Oh no, it's not this side, it's this side. Changing it around. Ugh, who would have thought? we've got train length 1. We can now take long 1 jobs. And we want concurrent orders 1. Concurrent orders, so that's now going to massively increase our copay. Unfortunately, that is the name of the game. Our copay is the one thing we've got very little control of, and it's just going to go up. So we've got 35,000 left, and we're going to look at taking these 2 jobs. So we're going to want this one first, this one second. So pick up this one first, then this one, then we can go. Happy days. Right, let's go get our train. And we'll get round there. And it's still a bit dribbly. Could be worse. Right. Okay, so we can knock these lights down. I can reset them to normal. Happy days. A little bit of wipey. Right. Getting fired up. used to which way round these are. You see it front like that. So where's our next one? It's D30, so it's literally here. Awesome. As you can see, I'm really going to struggle to see the back of that. Yikes, this is going to be fun. Not fun. Not too much fun. This is going to be particularly quick. The issue is how far we are. Where's the back of the train? That's going to be a tricky bit. Judge. There it is. So the way it takes the this single back of the train. Thankfully, we can operate controls. This signal here is currently left. Thankfully, we're on a bit of a bend. This makes it easy to see the back of the train. There it is. Great. A little bit. Hopefully I know that's that one. Right. So now is the real fun bit. We've got to damage it. It's going to be very slow back up. Looks like rain is... Oh no, it's still raining. See that? Just nice and slowly. That's where we're going to struggle. As you can tell, how do we know when we're getting close? We don't. This is where the remote would be very, very handy. We get down to harbour, this is going to be fun to try and get this positioned right. So you need to remember, white container to yellow container is the split between the two. Thankfully, job numbers are on each of the cars as well, and that will help us out massively. So we don't need to look at the car numbers. We can have a look at the job number. The job number will be the same on every single car, all the way down to the job changes. So we've got GF FH47, GF FH33. So distinctly different between the two of them. Don't really want to be running back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. We are freaking miles away. So let's give it a little bit of juice. It's a long way to sprint back and forward. Do not want to hit this hard if we do hit this. Hit it quite softly because obviously we've got the weight of our current train as well, so we'll bump it quite hard. Indeed, in connecting it will be about 3 miles an hour. Looks like we're getting not that close, but that should roll all the way now. So we sit down here and watch it. That's our lovely one we dropped off before. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's cleared up nicely actually. So once this is done, end this video and we will haul this in the next one. There we go. Hook that up at the brake up. engage that. Engage that. Oh, handbrake. Handbrake. Mustn't forget. Oh, right. I think it's the front one again. Yes, it is. Awesome. That's the handbrake off. Right, so that is our train set ready to go. You can do this before handing jobs in, so it's handy because that saves us some time. Right, so I'll end this one here, and I shall see you in the next one.